Here's how the game works. I've decided to split you into two teams. You've submitted a statement to me. You're going to read the statement, and then it's going to be up to the other team to decipher if you're telling the truth or not. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, you get a point. We got two teams today. The first team is Alejandra, John, and Javae.
Hey.
Hey.
We're gonna win.
On the other team, who probably disagrees with you, we got Kita.
Hey.
We got Andino.
We genuinely,
He makes me do that every time.
we genuinely don't need to do that.
Okay,
In the
all right.
blue corner.
Okay, I think I do remember. Okay, the first thing is I'm scared of the ocean. Okay. Do I say one at a time or can I just say the second one already?
You're only saying one.
Okay, well I'm scared of the ocean. There you go.
All right, so you're scared of the ocean. Can I ask why you're scared of the ocean?
I don't think I've ever like really I don't think I've really like ever known why I'm scared of the ocean. Well, I did have like a traumatic experience when I was younger, but it's like a little personal, so I like don't want to share that. But I think it's mainly like the fear of the unknown, like not knowing what's underneath of me, or even if I like the water's really clear, it still freaks me out. And like just the thought that we know more about our space than we do our oceans just really like freaks me out, and just how immense it is, and I feel so little, so it really like just like freaks me out. Yep.
This is
Anybody else?
Kita, Andino, any questions?
Okay. Will you
bless you.
get in the ocean?
Yeah, I get in the ocean.
When you're scared of it.
Yeah. I also
What's-
don't know how to swim.
Are you also afraid of lakes?
Afraid of what?
Lakes.
Lakes?
Are you just
I feel-
afraid of bodies of water?
I would say bodies of
that's-
water. Yeah.
Bodies of water
I think I
that
would change
sit
it from
taller
ocean to
than you.
bodies of water. Yes.
Okay.
Anything
So if it's a
that's,
body,
like,
if it's
fast,
a body of water that you can drown in,
yeah.
got you. So a bathtub, you're not worried about it.
No. Or a pool or anything like that. It's mainly, I
Well-
guess, it's mainly because there's
Well, what about
inside of it.
Into the bathtub. Oh, can't do.
What about the deep end?
You said, what about the deep end of a pool?
Yeah, like the
Well, I
part where
can't
you
swim,
can't
so-
go. Yeah. So wait,
Will you jump in the deep part of the pool?
Well, actually, I did once. We went to Murder Beach, and so I was really trying to like teach myself how to swim, but I felt like if I didn't put myself at risk, I wouldn't do it. Like I would have learned. So I was with my brother and my cousin, and I said to them, "Look, I'm gonna jump into like the deep end, and I'm gonna try to swim. But if I can't, you have to come in and like rescue me, because I don't know how to swim." And so I like it's maybe like it was like 8 feet. And I jump in, with like thinking, my fear is gonna kick in and I'm gonna like somehow learn how to swim right away. So I jumped in and I started drowning, and I could just see my brother laughing at me. And then my cousin had to jump in to like save me because I was generally drowning. And my cousin was, and my brother was just laughing at me the whole time.
All right. So what are you guys thinking? Do you think it's true or false?
That she's afraid of the ocean?
Yeah.
I say true.
I also think it's true.
Do you think it's true? All
I
right.
think she's using this as a moment to speak to her trauma.
Getting things off her chest. All right. Is it true or false?
Oh wait, wouldn't I say, because if I say if it's true or false, wouldn't they already know what the second thing is?
We're not going to the second thing. We're just going to do one each.
Oh, we're doing one each. Okay. Oh wait, but that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Because you said to give one truth and one false. So then that means that if this one is false, then the other one would be true. right?
We're only doing one.
Yeah.
You have to decide
Yeah.
You
whether.
just have like pick, like you get to pick one, like whether or not if it's true or if it's false.
Oh,
We
she
just
went
have
for
to
extra
say,
credit.
yeah, they have to guess if it's true or false.
Oh, okay. Well, it's true.
All right. They got 1 point on the board. Do you guys have team names?
I wasn't aware we had to come up.
I wasn't aware either, but I'm just gonna ask to see if you guys got
Me and Kita are Team Gelatin.
team
Gelatin?
gelatin.
I like that.
Team Gelatin.
Then
Team
we're team cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
We are not Team Corn.
Oh,
We are not that.
No, we're team Gelatin because like we literally have this revolving thing where for my birthday Kita gives me gummy bears, and for Kita's birthday me and Karen get her gummy bears.
Yes.
So we're Team Gelatin.
We are
Gelatin.
Javae, don't pretend like he doesn't give you cornstarch every birthday.
we are team cornstarch because we hold everything together. You know.
Mm.
Oh.
Hey, he made it kind of hot off that.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
yo,
corn
back
starch?
up off you, John. You got it.
That was a
That's
fire
right. That's a
explanation.
good one. That was
All
a
right,
good one.
so team gelatin leading with 1, team cornstarch holding it together, but still with nothing.
Wow, I see what you did.
You a hater.
All right, I'm gonna go right back to you, Kita.
Okay. I hit someone with an iron in the head and they started bleeding.
With a
you
what?
did what?
With a
I hit
what?
I hit someone in the head with an iron and they started bleeding.
With an iron? Like an iron?
Oh, an iron.
That's
Okay.
what,
Kita, what?
that's what I
Kita, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're on my team.
I'm really just asking.
All right, what do you guys think?
Okay, who was the person you hit?
Huh?
Who was the person you hit?
It was a male.
It was a male? Was it like a
The statute of
friend,
limitations are
a
still not up yet.
boyfriend? Like, what was your relationship to that male?
Someone I had relations with.
Okay.
Very nice,
do we
very
mean
vague.
like that was your boo thing
Why
and stuff
you-
like that?
Why you hit him?
Why did I hit him?
Yeah.
Yes, specifically with the iron.
Why you do that?
I hit him because I was sick of his shit.
Okay.
Okay, I have another question. Was that your first reaction, or did it escalate up to that point? Or were you just like, I'm sick of your shit and just hit him with an iron?
Yeah, was he just chilling and then he was like, man, fuck this nigga? Was he just watching the game or something? You was like, I got something for you. You comfortable looking motherfucker.
I don't. What should I? Maybe it was. He was walking.
How dare him?
Where the fuck you going?
What was his reaction?
Probably fell.
Why are you speaking to her?
He fell towards the wall.
Okay.
Were you ironing before? Or was there just an iron nearby?
I believe maybe I was ironing.
Was it on? So was it on?
On, yeah.
Oh, it
I
was a
believe
hat.
it was.
So wouldn't you have burned him before you made him bleed?
Did he get a concussion?
That I don't know.
I didn't ask.
Do you still talk to this person? Like, do you still talk to him?
No.
Me and Kita with an iron just coming in. Duh, 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 duh.
Okay, can I go ahead and say my guess?
Knockout punch. All right, what are you three thinking?
False.
Am I waiting for everybody to answer?
Yep, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Alejandra, you want to go first?
I feel like I still have like doubts.
Yeah, I say it's false.
Javae?
So you were just like mad at him while he was like walking. You just hit him with
And
the
then she
iron.
just bodied that nigga. Yeah. Like,
But like, what exactly was his reaction? Like, okay, like he hurt himself with the, like he fell into the wall. Like, did he like cuss you out? Did he like leave? Like, what happened with you? What happened with your relationship?
Did he deserve it?
So Scott, since I don't know, I want to go by the rules. Or since they said false, do I go ahead and answer?
I'm still asking questions because I don't know whether.
Oh, they still asking. They still
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, I am. John's. Yeah.
His reaction was he fell towards the wall.
No, but like, what was he like mad at you?
Like, how was he?
Did
He
walk
fell.
away?
What is-
Like, did he cut you out?
What did he say afterwards?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's what I want to know.
like damn, Peter.
What did he say afterwards? He called me a lot of names.
Okay, so he cussed you out.
All right, what do you two think?
yeah, I think she did that shit. I think she bodied
Right?
him.
It's like a little conflicting because I feel like
think
she
she's
would have
straight.
done it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
Hey, nah, dog. I'm just keep imagining this nigga just just falling over and shit after he get hit.
Yo, I definitely keep saying
I think she
All right, what's the
did
answer
that
then?
shit.
All right, Alejandra, it's all on you. What do you think?
False.
You think it's false?
Yeah.
All right, Keita.
It's true.
I told you. I think she bodied that nigga, dog.
It's true. I did.
Okay.
Remind me
What
never to
happened-
eat on
what
your dad's
happened
side.
Well, my favorite point of the story is them being like, "What did he say? Like, how did he feel?" And you were like, "He fell." I don't know.
So after
You're like, I hit him and left. What do you mean?
after I hit him, he fell. It was gushing everywhere, and it was a lot of words spoken, and yeah, we were tumbling in there.
Yeah.
It was tumbling.
Okay.
Oh, D.
It is 2-0 right now.
Huh?
She had that man there bleeding like Cactus Jack and shit.
Oh, God, yeah.
Did you
All right.
hit him and go like bitch, and then like walk away?
No, it was he did call me a bitch, yeah. And
No, but you called him a bitch.
I'm surprised. I guess he didn't feel all the pain, so you run it off and drilling it. So that's how we started tumbling in the house.
Oh wait, but it was in the head, right? You hit him in the head.
Yeah, him in the head.
All right. So next, it is 2-0 right now. It's all right though. You have literally 2 chances to come back.
I guess I'll go.
All right, go for it.
Okay. I have been arrested.
For
What
what?
were you arrested for?
Trespassing.
He did that.
Trespassing.
He did that shit. 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 He did that shit.
Where were you trespassing?
I don't have any more questions.
So I used to do it a lot. I just happened to get caught this one time, but we were in like an abandoned like insane asylum / hospital, but it was still like we weren't allowed to be on the property because someone still owned it, and it was like abandoned, and we got caught coming off the property. We got caught coming back.
Matter of fact, I only have one question. What city and state was this? And I'll know.
This was Marriottsville
Where is that?
in Maryland.
Marriottsville.
In
He did
Maryland,
that
but
shit.
it's in Frederick.
He did that shit. He did that shit. He did that shit.
Okay, when you say arrested, do you mean you were in handcuffs in the car just sitting and waiting, or were you actually taken to the jailhouse?
Like I wasn't taken to jail, but I was like put in handcuffs in the back of the car.
He was
They
held in
arrested-
custody. He was held in custody, and then he went home. He made a phone. He was probably a child. They called his peoples. He
How
probably
old
got
were
in
you?
trouble with his peoples.
How old was I? I had just
Yeah.
turned 18.
He did that shit.
I was 18.
He did that shit. He probably went home inside of 24 hours. He did that shit. No further questions. No further questions.
No further questions.
He did
Keto,
that
what
shit.
about you? Any
Did they
further
read you
questions?
your rights? Did they read you your rights?
Well, yeah, they always do.
What are
That's
the
not
rights?
true. But then
What are
again,
the rights?
then again,
Sometimes they don't.
they read
My
they read
rights.
they read him they read him to you, John. He did that shit.
I never
He did
got
that
mine
shit.
read too.
He did that He did that shit. What the way
How
he
old
said
were
it
you?
too.
How old were you?
18.
You just turned 18. You did say that.
Just
He said he just turned
18. So
18. You know what that means,
We
Keita?
were doing some ghost hunting shit, you know.
He turned 18. He thought he could take on the world because he was a grown man by now. He was like, you know what? I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm 18. I can whip my dick out. He did that shit.
I've gotten away with it plenty of times before. Just this one time, I didn't.
And that's usually what happens. When you do something enough times and you get away with it, it leads you to do it some more. If you would have got caught earlier, you probably wouldn't be doing it. You ain't doing it no more. I bet you ain't, because you got caught. You did that shit.
Well, we never went back there.
Guaranteed.
All right, so what do you got? I'm gonna. All right, Keto, what do you think? I feel like I know what Tina thinks.
Um,
I feel like since there's only two of them, they have to agree, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
No, I mean if she convinces me otherwise.
No, to get the point, right? They have to agree. Both of them.
What do you think, Keita? I'll go off you.
So me and you don't have to have the same answer.
Hold on, I can't
Yeah.
hear you because
Okay. What do you think? What do you think? You said that he did it.
I think he did it because of how just natural he said that shit. Like he said it like, yo, there was this time I remember when I was a kid and I was being on some dumb, you know what I mean? Like those stories you tell about like your dumb like kid decisions where it's like I know what I would never do as an adult, but man, oh man, how stupid and funny was this when I was a kid type shit. And also, I think every man who had a group of friends at one point has committed trespassing. Men specifically. That's why men live shorter than women. Stupid
So
shit
John,
like
John,
stupid shit like that.
I have this one question, John. I already asked. You said when you was arrested, you was not taken to the jailhouse.
Yeah.
You was just in the little squad car. Correct?
Yeah.
Is that technically arrest or just?
Yeah, because you were placed under arrest. I was like placed under arrest.
When you put it when you're held in custody, that's being arrested.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would say he did it then.
Yeah.
All right, we got two truths. John, truth or fiction?
Huh.
Oh.
Well, the whole story was true.
Wanted to
That
say
actually
false.
happened, and I did get caught by the cops, but I wasn't put in handcuffs. I got a ticket.
Oh, that's why you were able
Oh,
to tell it so seamlessly.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Get that. We're on the board.
Yeah.
Right.
He told the
Good
truth.
shit, John. Hey, this
He told he told
Oh,
the true
man.
story with an altered ending. Smart.
Oh.
I dig it.
All right, Team Gelatin still in the lead with 2.
John holding it together, yeah.
Hey, hey.
Team Corn starts with 1.
I believe I read mine.
Yep, it is your turn.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture right there.
I almost blew up my kitchen, and a hot pocket could have saved me.
A hot pocket could have saved you.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys think?
Where were you? Where did you live when this happened?
I lived in Bushwick, New York.
How did you almost blow up the kitchen?
I tried to make myself something to eat with my cousin when they were staying over. And I thought to cook, I had to turn on the stove.
Wait, what?
So you just turned on the stove and it blew up, almost blew up.
I maximized the stove, and we use the stove to like hold stuff. Like we
Oh,
don't
you
just
mean
use
the
it.
oven?
Oh, it's the oven.
Oh, my fault. Excuse me, man. Which the oven, the stove, all the same thing. Y'all know. But yeah,
You said you maximized it, so you put it on the highest heat possible?
yeah. I didn't put it on 350 like every black person. And
Well,
there
I
were
already
items.
know
There were
part
items
of your
inside.
story is true because every Hispanic I do know doesn't use the oven; they use it for storage. In fact, this story actually almost happened to me once because her aunt came over to our house and cleaned while we were in the hospital with Noah when he was born, and she put all of our pots and pans in the oven without telling us, and then we turned the oven on.
I can literally go to my oven right now, and I guarantee you, when I open it, pots and pans.
So where does the Hot Pocket come in? How did it save you?
So we have a microwave, and the only reason we were even trying to cook something is because we thought we were out of Hot Pockets. It turns out my cousin still had a bag full of them, and if we would have just microwaved Hot Pockets, cause and effect, we don't have to deal with this.
So what makes you say it almost blew up though? Like, did it start to
Burn? Did it start? Did it catch fire?
The fire alarm went off.
Okay.
There was something was connected weird, and I think because stuff was melting, there was like liquids that then became a thing, and thus we were this close to starting a legitimate, like, just big boom explosion fire.
And whose house was this at?
This was our old apartment in New York.
And you were with just your cousin? Like, how old were you?
I was in elementary school. I don't remember a specific age. I was with my cousins. My dad was knocked the hell out in his room. It was just my dad and me and my cousin.
And how did your dad react? Like, was he like, did he wake up because of a smell, or
he beat me and my cousin's asses in front of the firemen.
Oh, okay. What the fireman say?
He was just concerned about solving the fire situation. He wanted no part with the ass whooping. But it was a black guy, and he seemed very like, yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to whoop their little asses.
So when the fire alarm went off, what was the very next thing you did? Like, what is?
Me and my cousins tried to pee on the fire.
You tried to do what? To pee on it?
We tried to pee on the fire. All
Wait,
three
how
of us.
old did you say you were?
We were in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
We took our dicks out and we started peeing.
So, but did you already know that you had stuff in the oven? Why would you turn the oven on if you knew that?
I thought turning on the oven is the way to work the stove.
All right, hold on. I need to ask another question about this. So you're peeing on the fire.
Yes.
Do you just do it for a second and then stop when you see it's not working, or are you just going for broke?
Going for broke for sure. also absolute fear of God. So I think the pee was just like organic. I'm scared pee as well.
No, you're peeing on the fire, so it actually did cause a fire.
Probably,
but you said you peed on it.
Oh, I thought you were saying, did my pee help assist the fire?
No.
Okay.
So there was a fire.
No, there was absolute fire coming from the actual, like, inside of the stove. I mean, the oven.
Did you eat from the oven before you cleaned the inside of it? Because you did pee in it.
How old was your cousin?
It was one of my cousins who was the same age as me, and his brother who was older than us by like 3 or 4 years.
And how long did it take for it to like catch on fire?
Minutes. I thought I was doing everything right, and then
So you were elementary school age kids, and you were home alone.
No. His dad was sleeping.
My dad was there and knocked out. Yeah, it was like
I think it's
3.
false.
It was 3 a.m. or somewhere in that ballpark.
I think it's false.
I think part of the story is true, but details of it aren't.
Okay. So you say false.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you peed on the fire.
Yeah, that's the part that threw me off. I don't think. Yeah, I could believe everything else. Is that part?
Yeah, me too. I think it's false because some details are not true.
All right. Truth or false? What is it?
It is true.
All
And I
of it?
remember every part of it, and I remembered it because, as I said, I was in New York this weekend with my family, and we were reminiscing, and my dad brought it up.
Oh my god.
I literally remembered that story like this
Things
weekend.
got flammable.
That's wow.
Yeah.
How did your mom react? Did she beat you too?
My mom wasn't home.
No, but when she got home.
She could care less because my mom was more concerned with our safety in the situation.
Oh,
She
That's what I was
actually
about to ask.
she actually blamed my dad
Oh,
because
yeah.
she was saying why were we so hungry, and not only why were we so hungry, what was my dad doing wrong that we didn't feel confident in asking him to make us food.
I
Which
feel like
led
my
my
mom
mo-
would have reacted the same way, but then still beat me.
Oh no, we were like we were visibly hurting, so my mom knew like the job was done.
Okay.
In that regard. Yeah, I think she would have whooped us if we seemed like healthy, but the fact that we were like physically looking like worse for wear, she was like, "All right, I don't gotta do that part."
Give me a second. My fucking light went out. Hold up.
I started
Connected it to my PS4
front part of the car, and I told my dad I smoked chocolate milk.
for the power source. Okay, there we go. Ah!
Solar flare.
And then Sal was like, "Ah!" All right. So when I was younger, I slept with a friend of mine's wife.
Define young.
Said you were friends with her.
We're the same team.
Oh, I forgot we're on the same team.
Don't question
I
them.
want to know. Now I'm curious.
Okay.
I
Wait.
hate this so much.
How much younger? How old were you?
This was before I met Rachel, so I was probably 20, 21.
You slept with a friend's wife.
Did you consider that gentleman your friend truly?
Yes.
Why'd you do it?
Because she was bad.
Where were y'all when y'all did it?
We was around here. We was around my way. This is my old family's home. They used to live down the street. He was older than me. Both of them were older than me. And I had known the both of them for like a long time. Shorty was like I guess like once I hit a certain age and shit, like that's when she actually started noticing me. She ain't never paid me no attention before that. And I always wanted to like, yeah, you know? So we ended up making it work that way.
Where were y'all at when y'all had sex?
We was at his place.
So sex, do you mean penetration or just oral?
Oh no, nah, like I fucking shit.
When is the next time you saw him?
The next time I saw him was the day after that.
How was it?
It wasn't that great on my part. Like she was amazing. It was not that great on my part. Cause I was young and I really did not know what the fuck I was doing like that for real.
You're the man to admit that.
That's
Did
probably
he
why I
ever
was
find
like,
out?
I want to ask so many questions.
Did he ever find out?
Did he ever find? To my knowledge, no.
Are you still friends with him today?
No.
Why are
they
you not
still
friends with
married?
him?
Grab him.
He never, to my knowledge, he never found out. However, we just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I started hanging out with different people. And he was never on like the right path anyway, so.
Was she on the right path?
I don't know. Like I knew he was on the right path. She always appeared to look on the right path, but me and her kind of never, like, we talked, but we didn't talk like that. We literally only just did that thing.
How did it lead up to that?
Like literally, it was like weeks of like build up and shit, right? So I started like me and her like started communicating more. Like when I went down there, like it was like one day. It was like a weekend or some shit because I used to work during the week at JCPenney. So
that
I
answers
went
half
there.
my question. But go ahead.
You said what?
That answers half my question because I was literally about to ask, where did she work at the time, and where did you work at the time?
I worked at JCPenney at the time. Where she worked, I never knew. I never really talked to her about her work or no shit like that. Like literally, if I went there and he wasn't there and she was, like legit, I would just sit there and talk to her about like other shit because she was like in the anime and all of that other shit. I never asked her about her job.
So you would go over there when he's not there?
Yeah, because I was waiting for him.
So how did you? So were you messaging her directly?
You guys, give me a second. I have like my family that keeps calling me, so I just gotta make sure everything's okay. Real quick. Give me a second, sorry.
Yeah, she used to text me on this refurbished BlackBerry I had. I remember the phone.
And he's your friend.
He was
your friend.
Was.
This is cheating. This isn't fair. I shouldn't be a part of this. This is cheating. So let me tell you what I think. I think Javae is telling two stories at the same time. I didn't know Javae when he worked at JCPenney, but I only had heard stories of JCPenney Bay. However, there's a piece of this story that is 1000% the truth. But I think there are alterations that are turning this story into another story. And I think there are parts of the story that are a complete separate story of before I ever knew him. And that is where I am being put in a bind. Because if this was just a full-blown story, I know that would be too easy. Clever, clever Batman. I'm telling you right now, there are parts of this story that are absolutely the full-blown fucking truth.
I didn't know Javae when he was working at JCPenney.
Yeah, you also didn't know when you met Javae, he wasn't single, right?
Yeah, he wasn't single, so that was years ago.
Different man.
I just feel, just from hearing the story, I know some of it is true.
I know some of it is true.
I could just tell.
So what would you guess?
I don't think he would give me a layup like that. I think it's false, but I know what parts of it are true. I just don't think he would give me
I know some parts of it's true, but he's like trying to throw a curveball.
Oh wait, hold on. You wrote this before knowing who were the teams. So if I was on your team, it wouldn't matter if I knew this story. So there is a possibility he wrote this without considering the fact that I would not be on his team.
I don't think you came in when we sent it to Scott.
Oh, well then this shit is true. This shit is true. This shit is true. He did that shit. He's a dirty, dirty fucking dog. He's a dirty dog. He didn't care to salvage the relationship. He already felt the way he felt about that nigga. This shit is true. And you know what? He's done it more than once. This nigga's dirty. He's a dog.
I want to say it's false. Even though I know.
So you say it's true.
I say it's true, and this only proves to me Javae is capable of doing a crime more than fucking once. This nigga.
All right, Keita, what do you think?
Okay, we want to know, Javae. Please.
We have to say. I feel like it's false because a little curveball. That curveball that I picked up on.
What's the curveball?
The one, it was when he was switching. It was when I was asking him questions, and he said something about when they were texting each other or something like that, or how he ended up at the house or something. It was some curveball somewhere in there. I can't remember all of it.
Okay, so let me tell you, Keita. Javae has absolutely fucked a woman that is married.
I believe that part.
Javae has absolutely seen the man afterwards. The part that's confusing is because the story I know, I was physically fucking present. But however, this dude wasn't his friend. But him fucking acclaimed woman has happened.
And see, that was another thing. I was like,
So like that's
him
that's
being
the
your
part that's
friend.
that's the part
I
that's
don't
confusing.
see.
Yeah, they just has that look like, man, this is going on YouTube.
That part.
I don't know if I should have said that.
That's the part that's confusing to me. No, but here's the thing, right? There's multiple people in this world that have been married and fucked a dude like Javae anyway. He could be talking about any fucking body. Real talk. That shoe could fit
Okay, can
probably
we find
both.
out? I wouldn't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, what is it?
We need a consensus, true or false.
Keita, if you think false, I'll go with you because there are some parts about it that don't match the story that I know.
Right. Okay. I'm going with false.
So we going with false. We're going with false.
Right?
That's the answer, false.
I knew it was false. I knew it.
So did you alter that? Did you alter that story that I know?
Yeah. Yeah, some of
So
it was
it
altered.
has happened. It's just not that
Yeah, it was,
specific story.
but dude wasn't my friend.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing
okay.
that kind of threw me because I was like, I don't see Javae doing that if it's a real
To
friend.
a friend.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude was not. Fuck that nigga.
So
no.
here's the here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right? If Javae did feel that way about the person that he's calling his friend, it's that in my mind, I could believe Javae be like, I don't really care because at this point, I'm already checked out of this friendship with this nigga.
Right.
I think if your mindset was that towards a person you called a friend once upon a time, I think you could do it. Because in your brain, you're like, I'm already done with this nigga anyway.
To that point, like I've never like gotten that to that point with anybody like that. So, but I will say like I ain't no dude at all. Like,
I know. Yeah, at all.
Yeah, but I've never gotten
Also-
to that point with anybody where it's like, okay.
I was going to say, it's also just as much her fault because she's,
You said what, John?
it's just as much her fault.
100%.